In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all the top 3 stocks to keep in your watch list for this week. We're also going to be doing an update on the overall markets to get you ready as always. Y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the Nasdaq futures, and so far the markets is still bullish. All right. Last week I told you guys about I warned you guys about the break of that line of resistance. If you look at the 1 hour chart, it's looking quite good after the bullish pennant break right here. All right, and typically with this, we should see movement all the way up to I definitely think 22,000 is a possibility. It's only a matter of when. The one thing that y'all should be worried about tomorrow is a potential doji, because usually, typically, after big moves, the market tends to give dojis. It's quite annoying, but it's just how the market moves upwards. It's like a little bit of a chop sideways, like this, like that, before we pump up again, and then another chop sideways, and then, well, maybe that line is a little bit too big, right? Something like this, and then we go sideways, and then we go up again, and then movements like that is what I expect with the market, especially after this breakout. All right, but for now, again, just be cautious. Tomorrow we might get a whole lot of nothing from the indices. Something else that y'all should be wary of is the VIX. It's been a while since we looked at the VIX, but I think a pullback is about to happen in the markets. Maybe not this week, but I think the week after. All right, maybe not this week. It might even be in the middle of this week, especially if we get above 22,000 on the Nasdaq. We're very close to $11.69. We're very close to that bottom line right here, and until we get there, I wouldn't be too worried. There's still some space, but just keep this in mind. At these levels, that's where we start seeing fear kick into the markets. All right, and then the volatility tends to spike. So just watch it closely and how it behaves at this low. We're not there yet, but we're almost there. Don't get caught off guard. Do not get caught off guard. Now, let's discuss the first stock to keep in your watch list. That one is, again, the setup is still there, and it's one of the stocks that I've mentioned last week. It's Microsoft. All right, and with Microsoft, the ascending triangle is still there. It recovered plenty, so congratulations to anybody who made money on Microsoft. We definitely made money on it. It provided a lot of opportunities between Monday and Friday, especially on Wednesday and Thursday. All right, this is what, the 5th, and the 5th was probably Wednesday. It had an ascending triangle, which provided this day trading opportunity, and then the next day pretty much just stayed above 440 throughout the entire day. It didn't really do too much. Do I believe that it's going to get up here? Yes, but it's going to do so after playing some games. I told you guys, I just showed you guys the movement with the Nasdaq and how I expect it to be trading for the next few days, and I think it's gonna be the same thing again for Microsoft before it gets up to 452. It's going to get up there to 452. The daily looks good. All right, we might see this thing chill so that the 9 SMA can catch up before we pump again. Okay, and I believe this week we're getting close to the 10 and the 11, so there might be an inflation report being put out. I didn't even look. I didn't see the expectation and all that, which we will discuss in the next video. I will look at that in the next video for to get you ready for the inflation report. I believe it's gonna come this week, but for this one, again, keep it in your watch list for a continuation to 450. The next one that I want to share with all of you, this one kind of just broke out, even though that whole sector isn't doing too much right now. Like, it had a big push on Monday and kind of just stagnated throughout the remainder of the week. It's TSM. I want to share TSM with you guys because of the 4-hour time frame. There is a bull flag on there. There's a bull flag that broke out on Wednesday This is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, so it broke out right there. And typically with this, the price target is really, really high. But as of right now, again, I have an alert right here. It's not quite ready to really, really make another push. It's not quite ready yet. And y'all know that the bull flag is not my favorite structure to trade anyways. But it is there and I cannot ignore it. The opportunities might lie in the other stocks in the semiconductor, like NVDA, like your AMD, all right? But for now, I believe this is definitely something to keep an eye out for. So have an alert on it, patiently wait. If it continues to play games in this little box between 200 and 205, don't touch it, all right? The moment it gets out of there, that's when the contracts are really gonna move. But as it moves, as it consolidates in this box, both sides get crushed. And we don't want to be traders when the stock is consolidated. We want to just chill. When a stock is ready to move, it's going to move. And remember, as we move forward in time, the contracts get annihilated and they get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. All right. So even if it does like a slow grind out here, the contracts may not even move that much. I'm talking about the out of the money contracts. They may not even move that much until the volume starts to pick up. So patience is very important here. Now, talking about the other semiconductors while we're at this, let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA had a structure on there, it broke out. This is what, Wednesday? And then it consolidated on Thursday and then fell back again on Friday. The key thing about this is that it's above 140, which is the only good thing about it. The moment it drops, this pattern is dead. All right, the moment it drops below 140. So hopefully we can see this thing play some games until like Wednesday, and then it's going to go where it's supposed to go, which is right above the all-time highs. Kind of like the because the Nasdaq is already at the all-time highs, and eventually these tech stocks likes to catch up. All right, this one is lagging its feet. It's gonna make a surprise move. The top is at 150, especially I think this week. The top of this week is gonna be 150. The question is, when is it gonna move? That's what you should be paying attention to. All right, and that's why I'm sharing TSM and NVIDIA in today's video. All right. Now, the last stock that I want to share with you guys to keep in your watch list is a stock that I have. All right, and I bought it for 4 reasons, maybe 5. All right, that stock is Tesla. Now, I want to share Tesla with y'all for 4 or 5 reasons. First and foremost, when did I get in and why I think it has more upside? Let's look at the Discord. So on Friday at exactly noon, there was a bullish pennant cooking on Tesla. I saw this thing and I waited for that candle to close above the line. And as soon as it closed above the line, I bought calls on there. And then I posted the stop loss. The calls are right here. Yeah, I bought calls on there that expired next week. Right here with the price target being 400. Well, 390. All right, 390. Then after I bought those calls, Tesla just took off. Like this thing actually just kept running and running and running. All right. And I didn't think it would make like, I didn't think the whole move would happen in that specific day. I thought it would actually continue. I thought it would actually close at like 382, and then we would see this big jump tomorrow. All right, but since it got there, I ended up just getting rid of half and then swinging the rest. And the reason why I believe that it's going to go even higher is because here are the 4 reasons. We're gonna dive into the 15-minute first. This is the first reason. Well, no, not the 15, the 5-minute. All right. The first reason is the reason why I bought it right here. And then the next reason is we're gonna go onto the 1 hour. The 1 hour chart is right here. Perfect. All right. The next reason is right here. So that's one structure. The other structure is here, which is I shared this with you guys in the last video before we got a spike to 370. I told you guys in that video, if you didn't watch the full video, you definitely missed out on that move, because I told you guys that this was coming on Thursday, that it was going to get at either 365 or get above 365. And immediately out the gates, this thing spiked, and the structure that preceded this move was right here. The structure that preceded that move was the ascending triangle on Wednesday, right there. All right. So that's 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then the last one, the last structure, which is the fourth reason why I like it so much, is the ascending triangle again, but on a bigger scale, right there. So we have a pattern within a pattern within another pattern. It's all pointing in the same direction, which is why I have calls on there, and which is why I decided to swing. And the price target that I have on it for Tesla is, I definitely think that 410 isn't too much to ask. Watch Tesla for a move up to 410 before we see this thing kind of consolidate a little bit. All right, like I said before, after every move the market tends to give dojis, but right now with the way it's moving, it's having, like, they're putting out news right now. Tomorrow it could open at 400 or above 400. And if that happens, obviously shorts are going to cover. I'm sure there's a lot of people who swung short right here thinking that we could get lower, but right now this is not what they want to see. And as soon as we open, we will see a spike from them covering and taking a loss. All right, so just watch Tesla for that potential move. I gave you all the reasons why I'm bullish on it and why I have calls on it. Now let's do an update. Oh yeah, this video is getting long. Okay, quick update on BTC, on the ETF that I gave you guys, BitX. All right, so first and foremost, it outperformed what I told y'all it would do. It opened way above 68. All right, so anybody who bought calls right here, I posted this in the Discord an hour before it closed, with the price target of being 72. All right, some people took calls on there and made money on the jump, and right now it's still behaving. It's still up. BTC itself is still at 99,600. Will we get to 72 next week? I definitely believe so. I have no doubt in my mind. So watch this one for a long. It had an ascending triangle on here, but I missed it. I actually saw this thing a little bit late, which is the reason why I bought Tesla to begin with. This broke out at 11:35. I missed this one, and I decided to look for the next opportunity, because chasing is not something that you want to do as a trader. It's not like, you want to be a disciplined trader and catch things at the perfect time. So when you see these structures and you miss out, it's important, because the market can be very generous sometimes. Therefore, it forms a new structure on another stock that you can catch at the right time, which for us ended up being Tesla. All right. But for this one, I do think it's gonna continue to go up, even though right now the BTC futures is down by like 3%. I do think this thing can like chill here first before going up above 70. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Central Time, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, along with the details of the contracts that I buy, and most importantly, the reason why I take the trades that I take to begin with. That way you get to learn along the way. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul and Guman at Patternology on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stuff with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.